We're never gonna get out of here. One side gets good, and then the other side gets traffic. All right, y'all ready to go? Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, here we go. Oh man, so this place is closing at 10 and they're closed for the rest of the week. Alrighty. We almost swallowed a frog. Hope there's no way stations anywhere near. There were some ugly streets we were on to get down here. So basically, we're just going to kind of halfway sort of look for a place to park for the night. Now, the thing is, we do not have enough hours to make delivery tomorrow. We will not be late, but we have to make delivery tomorrow in order to have time to do our next trip. So, that means A, they're going to have to either take our next trip away or reschedule it, one of the two. As of right now, we've only got 6 hours, 7 minutes for the rest, for today and tomorrow. And that's not enough time to make delivery. We could make delivery Thursday, but then they're closed. Are they closed? If they're closed on Thursday, then that means we can't make a delivery on Thursday, and we can't pick up our next load on Thursday. So, we'll have to see what happens. Thursday kind of threw a kink in the plans. But when we run out of time, we run out of time. That's all there is to it. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of BigRigTravels. Oh, I forgot to change our status bar to driving. Oh well. Y'all kind of pretty much should be able to figure that on your own. We also need to find a scale to weigh at. I don't think 90's got a weigh station on it. Forgot to look that up. Oh well. So, from where we were, we could see the downtown buildings. And so we looked at Google Satellite, and we were only an 8-minute distance to a submarine. And for some reason, I cannot remember the name of the submarine. There's a submarine there. Kind of like right next to the Cleveland Browns Stadium. Whatever the official name is. Been a couple of years, I think, since we were on this stretch of road. Y'all are doing a good job of participating in the 3rd annual BigRigTravels Christmas card giveaway. Make sure you claim yours. All you have to do is go to BigRigTravels.com/store with a capital S. And look on the front page, scroll down past the calendar, and add the free Christmas card to the cart. Be our 3rd year of doing it. duct tape. Right to the right. I like duct tape. It's fun. Avon, Ohio welcomes you. All the flags up top on the bridge. I love when cities and towns aren't afraid to display the flag. Well, if that guy wasn't texting on his steering wheel, he could probably go faster. stop, slow down, do something. Exit 8090. The incredible edible lake. Well, I'm glad the shipper worked out really well. I'm always afraid that when I roll through, one's gonna come down on me. You know what I mean? Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them fat piggies rolling. Keep them turkeys gobbling around. Are we there yet? Open road. I wish that guy would turn off his high beams behind me. That's a nice boat. I don't know if I got a fingerprint on the camera lens or what. Doesn't it look like the camera on the left side is maybe a little bit smudgy? It could just be my eye. Ow, my eye! question for you. What acronym did you learn the names of the 5 lakes up here? Time's up. We learned it at school. love it when the truck drives itself. Look, Ma, no hands. nice if people knew how to park straight. Right there. Static gone. Okay. All right, so let me play catch up. Stand by. Stand by for news. Okay. Alrighty.
Welcome to Big Rig Travels, your guide to the American highway.
We are officially done for the day. It's time to go over the numbers.
All right, we have 310 miles to delivery. Okay? We have 3 hours, 49 minutes on our 11-hour clock. 2 hours, 6 minutes on our 14-hour clock. 4 hours, 44 minutes on our 70-hour clock. We do not gain any hours tomorrow. So that means tomorrow we can't drive any longer than about 4.5 hours. That means this is not going to make delivery tomorrow. That's okay. We wanted to make it tomorrow. We went 394 miles today. We wanted to make delivery tomorrow because our next trip is supposed to pick up tomorrow. But if we don't have all the hours to make delivery tomorrow, there's nothing we can do about it. Stand by. Stand by. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. So, anyways, this load is literally has an open drop until December 1st. Obviously, we don't want to sit on it until December 1st. So the plan was we were going to make this delivery tomorrow. And then tomorrow, at the exact same building, our preloaded trailer is supposed to be ready. So the goal was to deliver this tomorrow and pick up the next load tomorrow and head on out for a Friday delivery early in the morning. Now, here's the deal. If we've only got like 4 hours and some change to run tomorrow, then we won't get there until Thursday. Is the delivery going to be open on Thursday? If it is, great. We'll save the next trip. If they are closed on Thursday, we'll gain some hours back, but nobody's going to be there until Friday morning. Friday morning is when we're supposed to be at the next delivery. So that's what we're facing right now. So we're not going to be late with this load. Like I said, we got till anytime until December 1st. The question is, are they going to be open on Turkey Day? Probably not. So we may end up keeping the next trip, just have it rescheduled for like Saturday or something. I don't know. They may give us a totally different trip. I don't know. Tomorrow's Wednesday. The bosses will still all be there. We've already sent the notices to everybody, customer service, the planners, and all of that. So, tomorrow, we'll find out what their grand plan is. Well, we can't even get to the yard. 4 hours is not enough time to do much. So, no idea what we're doing tomorrow. I mean, we're going to drive our hours out, and then Turkey Day, we gained back 12 hours, I believe. So, I don't know. 238 miles. Well, I don't know. Maybe we will barely get there. But even if we get there, if the shipper is still closed for the next trip on a Thursday, what are we going to do? Because we won't have enough time to get anywhere tomorrow. Even if we made it to Gary, dropped this load, you're not going to have any minutes left to go to the next shipper and mess with that. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. We'll have to just see how it goes. There's, like I said, if we make it to Gary tomorrow by a slim chance, we still have to get fuel. We still have to do our 30-minute inspection. So that's going to take away some of that drive time. So it would make no point to drop it in Gary if we can't go past Gary, because we can't make it to the next shipper. Anyways, we'll deal with that tomorrow. The last 8 days, we've done accumulated miles of 2,699 miles. Total drive time, 51 hours, 50 minutes. Total on-duty time, 13 hours, 20 minutes. So that's that. What else was I going to say? Anybody seen Sam? Anybody seen Ryan? Those are two people I was going to be looking for. Howdy doody, how you doing? Double Diamond, how you doing? Casey, howdy. So I figured we'll stay here. If we got to get fuel in Toledo tomorrow, I figured we could just do that tomorrow morning. Chaplain, how you doing? $5, thank you very much. This truck used to come with a flux capacitor, but it's inoperable. Yes, Jim. Howdy, Big Lou. How you doing? Carl? Where's that Samster? Need a BRT mascot to drive. Lorna, how you doing? William, howdy. Ryan. Send me an email, because I got something to talk to you about, but I don't want to talk about it publicly. So, send me an email, Ryan. Do I like your new profile? I don't even know what it is. It looks like a Miss Piggy. Ink Girl? I've never heard of Ink Girl. Dave, how you doing? Alan? Trish? There's Trish. Tomorrow is her birthday. If I remember right, she said she was going to be 39 and a half. Kevin, how you doing? Inkling Girl. Okay. I've never heard of Inkling Girl. Vicky, how you doing? Gossamer. Hey, look at that. There's a Gossamer. Wally, Dan, how you doing? I got you taken care of there, Dan. Now we just need to find out who the mother folks are. Blackjack, Las Vegas, how you doing? Ryan. Greg Treadway, our resident weirdo in the ditch. MJ, how you doing? But anyways, the shipper, we called ahead to find out if our trailer was going to be preloaded and ready. Thank you, Jim. Found out that our trailer was not ready, so it moved into a live load. And he says, you better get here because at 10 o'clock everybody's going home for the rest of the week. So, if you're out of hours and you're like an hour away, is there anyone you can call to get there? Okay, who would we call? What would we call them for and get there where? Gary, how you doing? Craig, howdy. Nah, Dan, I'm just a regular old fella. Regular plain Jane fella, but thank you. If we run out of hours, I mean, we tell the bosses way beforehand. And they could, like, do, you know, a repower if they want or whatever. The kink is short on hours, and the other kink is Turkey Day, where everybody's probably going to be closed. Who you gonna call? Truck busters. I still got some of your cookies. They're good. Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't know if I said thank you. Thank you for the cookies or not. So, thank you for the cookies. I'm a cookie monster. I'm a cookie monster, and I like my cookies. To get to the shipper, well, when you run out of hours, you're supposed to call the bosses before so that they can plan. They may get another truck to get it all the way to the shipper. In that case, we'll lose both trips. But they're probably not, because this one literally is not due or considered late until December 1st. So they're not going to ruin both trips. They'll probably just take our pre-trip away. And if that's the case, that's fine. What will we do for Thanksgiving? Probably drive. Oh, these cookies, Lorna doesn't even know where we hid them. Cold up here, I don't know, 50 something, not bad, nothing horrible. What am I going to get for dinner? I don't know. Probably finish up my pork ribs from yesterday. Blown super single tire. Was it on this day? Last November it was, wasn't it? In Ohio too. Juan, how you doing? You were an hour behind me on 80. Why didn't you catch up, man? I could have gave you a medallion. Jen, how you doing? Nah, you can't find these cookies. So, what else we got going on? Don't forget to get your order your free 3rd annual Christmas card. Mariana, how you doing down there in Houston? Thank you, Trish. Nothing but the best medallions for the best road crew. Oh, tell you about the double wide trailer. Okay. Basically in 1998, I bought my first home ever, which what I did is I bought 3 acres out in Joshua, Texas. 3 acres. They used to be a cornfield. And so basically it was a subdivision of mobile homes. The minimum lot was 1 acre, which was okay. Anyways, bought this double wide $68,000 double wide mobile home. Had a nice fireplace in it, beautiful office setup, extra bedrooms in there, kitchen island. I mean, everything that I wanted was really, really nice. And of course, 3 acres of land. So I toured, you know, and they special built it for me because I had some changes done to it. They special built it from the factory to my specs, and I toured the factory when it was being built, and you know, being 35 years old or whatever, I was proud as could be. Anyways, it came time to deliver it, and they delivered it. And okay, you know, the first couple of days you're all super excited. And long story short, it wasn't built as good as I thought it should have been. And you know, you have, I don't know, 30 days from delivery to tell them about any problems, and they will supposedly come out and fix it. Well, one is they delivered it with the master bedroom toilet cracked in half. And I thought, well, that probably just happened, you know, during moving or whatever the case may be. But use a fireplace and the house would just fill up with smoke. And went outside to find out why. And the little spout up top was below the roof line. So the wind kept blowing it all back in. So that was a big no-no. Other things like you turn the light switch on at the front door, and it would turn the light on in the kitchen, but not the living room. You go to the kitchen, and it would turn the light on in the office. So we went there, and we told them, we wrote it all out. Okay, well, we'll get to it one day. So that day would never be scheduled. Advance it some more. They pretty much literally wouldn't come out and fix the things that they said that they would. In fact, the office walls they built totally wrong. And I tell you what, they picked the wrong person to try to screw over. Because we showed up at the factory every day after work to talk to the people. And, you know, first couple of times the bosses would come out and all that stuff and say, okay, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it. And I got tired of that because here now you're talking about a month or 2 or 3 down the road and nothing is getting fixed, not even the toilet in the master bedroom. So Saturday, when they were really crowded, I walked into their office showroom that was full of people, and I took my pictures, printed them out, and I started, hey, are you guys thinking about buying a mobile home from here? And I would start showing them pictures. And do you know that in a couple of seconds I had 2 people whisk me away and talk to me, and they said that I'm not allowed on their property no more. They'll fix it when they want to fix it and all that stuff. So you know what I did? I went through and I looked up the code for mobile homes and found out that there was a lot that they did not quite do up to code. We wrote it out, and I had a list of just under 200 items. And yeah, some of them were nitpick, some of them were major. But do you know that I called the Texas State, what is it? I can't remember, but the Texas State Builders Government Agency, whatever that is, I can't remember. And I laid it all out. And I said, they refuse to fix it, so how about you come out and do it? Then they says, well, the manufacturer says, well, you know, that's going to cost you an arm and a leg. We're not going to pay for that. I says, that's fine. I want them out here. And I said, I want you out here, or we're going to call the news people. Do you know, and well, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks later. Do you know that I had the air conditioning man, the plumbing man, the factory people there? I had the sales lady there. I had a yard full of repair vans and everything. And the factory was snooty. You're not going to win nothing. We're allowed to do this, and you're whatever. Do you know that we went over there and we went at the kitchen table there over every single item? And he looked at it and he says, all right, show me where. I showed him. He says, well, this isn't up to code. That's not up to code. Rebuilding the entire office wall. They go, well, but that's not, what you wanted. So I pulled up my contract. I explicitly wrote, just like this model on your floor, and attached a picture. And they didn't build it like that. So the state builder came out and said, well, do you have a copy of this contract? Because it says right here to build it like this. And you didn't do that. Do you know that I won 198 out of the 200 requests? I am serious. They paid for everything. They repaired everything. It took them like 2 or 3 days. But yeah, that was my only experience with the mobile home. Nice home if they had just built it right to begin with. But yeah, they picked the wrong one to just, I'm pretty sure that they figured if they just ignored me long enough that I'll give up and go away. Nope. Not on your life. I pay $68,000. The very least is I expected to be up to code. So we won that. We absolutely won that. So and now everything works out for the best. And in case you're wondering, well, what happened? Why do you not live there now and all this other stuff? And this is for any young people that are going to buy land in the future. I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to tell you. It was a hard lesson for me to learn. The land that I bought, I thought that when I bought the land, that it was mine. That's what you would think, right? And being the first time to be a landowner and a homeowner and all this other stuff, I didn't know any better. But I tried to ask them questions that I found out about that particular spot of land. So I tried to find out the actual physical office of the land brokers, whatever. And do you know that I found their office behind a yogurt building? You had to go in the yogurt store, go down the hallway to get to the land office. And I thought, well, this is not cool at all. Now, here's something. I started to find out that even though I would pay off that land, I did not have a clear title to it. And you think, how is that? I did not know this. And I actually found out that this is a common practice. A farmer sold the land broker 73 acres. Okay? For like $175,000. That land broker then divided it up into 1 acre lots. I got 3 because I was on a corner lot. So mine was 3. But in the contract, when you read it, it says that if the land broker does not pay off that farmer has the right to all the houses and all the improvements. And then I found out that the land company was getting way behind in their payments, which means everything that I did or was doing to my land, putting up fences and everything else, was going to belong to the farmer, because that's the way that contract was written. And that is not good. So do not ever buy land that is bought by somebody else unless you can absolutely be sure you own it outright when you pay. Because what happened later is that land company quit paying that farmer, and that farmer came and got the land back and all the improvements. And I found out that is quite the common practice, where people would do that and build brick and mortar houses and swimming pools and all this other stuff. 20 or 30 years later, their land and their house and everything is confiscated by the original landowner. Don't do that. So I ended up losing the land and the house and everything, and long story short, I'm glad that I found out after 6 years, not 20 or 30 years down the road. So do not fall into that trap. To me, that's cheating, but apparently they build entire subdivisions based on that. And if I had known that, I would have paid the $175,000, paid off the loan, and I would have had 75 acres to my name instead of just 3. Yes, Jim. So, just you know, so you know, look out for that. And when you buy land, I thought that land meant you get everything. You get the air, you get the ground, you get below ground. And apparently somebody else owned everything underneath the ground. So if they wanted to, they could come in and drill for oil or minerals or whatever, because they owned what was below the ground. And like I said, I'm just glad that I found out within 5 or 6 years and got out of it. Yes, I lost about $100,000. We've recovered. We've come up from that. But young folks or whatever may, you know, watch out for that. Don't get caught up in that like I did. Just a little bit of life advice for you. So anyways, that's why I wanted to let you know about that. Jim, yes. So, but I don't know, in my opinion, that's just being dirty and sneaky, because what happens? The broker runs away, defaults on the land, and they made all of that money that they sold the land to, you know, to all those 75 families or whatever. They run away with all that money. Farmer gets his land back, plus all the improvements on it, and the only sucker that lost money was you. So after that, we went into like some very serious depression, because that was my pride and joy. I spent tons of money on it, way more than I ever should have. I believe it or not, I'm not kidding you. All I could afford was a push mower. And do you know that I would push mow all 3 acres? I would come home from work, push mow. It was self-propelled, yeah, but not a riding mower. I would do the front yard and everything else until I couldn't see anymore. Leave the lawnmower where it was, go to work the next morning, come home, pick up. And it took me basically 6 or 7 days to mow 3 acres, 21 inches at a time. So by the time we got done, you had to start all over again. But that was my pride and joy. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, that's all in the past. And just something for y'all to watch out for. Where was that? That was Joshua, Texas. So anyways, it was all legal and looked good until people decided to cheat and run away. And that's what made everything roll into a big ball. It taught me a lot. Yes, it did. And I'll tell you what, a byproduct of that, I learned to save money. Because back then I had a brand new pickup truck, I had a good car, I had a motorcycle, and in the long run I ended up losing all of that, you know. So we learned an absolute, a lot. Brazil, you have a good night or a good day. I'm not sure what time it is in Brazil. And you know, I tell you what, I loved that land and that house because it was my corner of the world. And I held on to it so much that it just... If you ever hear that analogy that if you hold on to something so tight that it'll pop through your hand like soap. So we did recover. We learned some big hard lessons. Ramon, how you doing? So I don't want to go into it tonight, but that actually is a predecessor to something else I want to tell you about. Tomorrow we're only going to have a few hours to drive. So tomorrow I'm going to have some serious news that I'm going to give you detailed information for, that I would like the road crew's help. Okay? And we'll deal with that. But the story we just told is a predecessor or whatever to what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be asking for, I don't know, your input tomorrow after driving and all this other stuff. So, because we've got a new situation that kind of took me by surprise, and I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know everything. I might think I do, but I don't. I'll be the first one to admit that. The road crew around the world has experience in different areas. They know other people. They know other situations. Ontario, Canada, good night to you. So we'll be looking for people that have advice for me. I'm always helping you guys out. I always hear that, how we helped you out and all that stuff. Tomorrow will be a way that you guys could help me out with advice on something. Jim Jeffries, you're going to bed? All right. Well, Mariana, you'll be able to watch the replay or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it will be after 4. I don't know. life will teach you a lot of stuff if you're willing to learn. The biggest thing is how you recover. Do you let it destroy you, or do you pick yourself right back up and come back at the world even harder? You know what I mean? Victor, you're going tonight too. Everybody's going night. Why? What time is it? Oh, it's already 9:30. That's why. Ah, it's already late. I thought it was like 7:30. I didn't know it was 9:30. Wow. Howdy, Wally. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a doozy. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. We still have the developer looking into the app problem. Because you notice Snowman works when we're not broadcasting. Snowman doesn't work at the same time as while we're broadcasting. Yeah, that's fine, Ryan. Greg, you are exactly right. You know, I hate this so dark, so early mess. You know, in the summertime, you shut down at 9 o'clock and it's still daylight. You know what I mean? But this get dark at 4 o'clock just really messes you up. Yeah, we've got like 4.5 hours, 4 hours, 45 minutes tomorrow. So, Snowman, if you go to the website, BigRigTravels.com, look in the menu, click on 24/7 view. That's what takes a picture outside our windshield, exactly like you see on the stream. One picture every 15 seconds. So, even though we're not broadcasting, you still can get an idea of what's going on in front of the truck. Ramon's got pumpkin pie. Woohoo! So anyways, we call it the Snowman camera because the very first camera we ever started the website with back in 2008 was a Logitech that the camera head sat in a base and it looked exactly like a snowman. So that's why we called it the Snowman camera. Snowman is missing the overlay? Really? Anytime I looked, we had it. But maybe not, I don't know. But anyways, the developer is still currently looking into that. Some code that he uses doesn't play nice with Android 13 or something like that. I don't know. That's what we pay him $50 an hour for. So we are kind of hanging around this area because our time off is supposed to start the 30th, 29th, 30th, something like that. So any trips down to Houston in the near future, I don't know. I never know where we are going to go until we actually get a trip that way. It's 100% random and subject to change. You know what I mean? So maybe we'll microwave a bunch of potatoes and just eat potatoes. Who knows? Today's image has no overlay on the stream or nothing, or just Snowman. All last night, I could have sworn we saw it last night. Anyways, maybe it just gave up. I don't know. But we're still working on that. Maybe, hopefully, by the end of the year, we'll be broadcasting via Starlink. That I'm excited for. Okay, I'll take a closer look at Snowman tonight. So I say, I say we get some food in our belly and, relax, and no alarm clock in the morning, because it doesn't matter when we start, we're still stuck with only 4 hours or so tomorrow. So we'll head out in the morning sometime and drive our time out. And we got to stop at the Loves in Toledo. What is that, Perrysburg or whatever, just outside Toledo. We got to get fuel there. We got to get coffee there. Then we'll just see where we end up. We'll see what the bosses say about the next trip. Because I don't know, because even like say Turkey Day, a lot of places still have a guard. And if the guard is there, then we could still drop, we give the guard the bills. You know what I'm saying? So they may still be closed, but if they have the guard there, then we'll be able to take our trailer in and out, and everything will be just peachy king. I don't know. We let the bosses know. We'll see what they say in the morning. All right, good night, everybody. I appreciate y'all very, very, very much. Well, Casey, it doesn't. Snowman is stuck until we stop broadcasting. That's what I'm saying. When we're broadcasting, we don't have a snowman. When we stop broadcasting, snowman works. So it's like right now, it's one or the other. We can't get both to work at the same time. Is your small space, where did you put your 10 pounds of potatoes? We actually have 50 pounds of potatoes, and they are on the corner of the bed by the TV. So, Will, you're welcome. So, we're good with that. We actually have quite a bit of space up in there. So, yes, tomorrow, maybe it will be a blessing that we only have a few hours to drive tomorrow. Maybe we could get safely shut down before everybody gets off work early and starts having accidents everywhere. So you never know. Everything happens for a reason, even if you may not understand it at the time. You know what I'm saying? There you go, William. Even that. I thought my world did collapse when all the stuff happened with the yard, land, and all that. But in the end, the long term, I am in a much better place now than I ever thought of being saddled with that property. So, looking back, I'm glad it happened that way. I'm glad it happened when it did and how it did. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see what tomorrow has in store for us, and we'll make it through the day tomorrow together. Sound like a winner? All right, good night, everybody. Y'all are the best road crew ever. Yes, tomorrow after broadcast, we'll have our big talk. Be there or be square. See y'all in the morning. Alrighty, short day tomorrow. See you on the road. Good night, everybody.